Welcome back to Homestead Healing. It is finally summer here in Idaho, and our garden is starting to grow. We are starting to have some strawberries and some radishes. Our potatoes are doing so well. The onions are growing. It's nice to finally have some sunshine and warm weather here. Our baby pullets are now finally laying. They are starting to lay. They have grown so much, so that has been so much fun. We are enjoying them so much. We are looking forward to all the beautiful new egg colors that we will have soon. We are now getting almost a dozen eggs a day, and we're working on an expansion of our chicken run. So let's go inside and get baking. Today I am experimenting with baking a loaf of sourdough bread in my Instant Pot with the air fryer lid. It has been a hot week, and today is a hot day, and we are running low on bread. So I have started with mixing my regular sourdough bread bowls, and I doubled the recipe as usual. And I'm going to be baking one of them in the oven as I usually would, and I will put the second loaf in my Instant Pot using the air fryer lid, and experimenting to see if that works and how it will look and taste compared to my regular sourdough loaf. So I wanted to make sure to do them both at the same time so I could really get an idea of the results, because sometimes my loaves just will come out slightly different. So this way, knowing that they rose for the same amount of time, they were shaped together, everything else was the same, it will really give me an idea of how well it comes out. So I am shaping them slightly different just to fit in the bannetons, but they will basically be the same shape when I do put them in the oven and the Instant Pot. So I'm going to start with preheating my oven and my Instant Pot as well. So I have never done this. I use my Instant Pot quite a bit, but mostly for cooking rice and eggs and stews and all kinds of things. But so I'm experimenting with the different settings to see how I'm going to be doing this today. So as usual, I am just going to flour the tops of my bowls and score them both and get them ready to go into the oven and into the Instant Pot. So I preheated my Instant Pot to the highest temperature on the bake setting, which I think was 375. But typically I bake my sourdough loaves at a much higher temperature. So when I put the loaf in the Instant Pot, I switched it to the air fryer setting and put it to the highest temperature, which is 400 degrees. And set that for 20 minutes. So I'm just going to be scoring the second loaf now, and my oven is set to 450 degrees, and I will also be baking this loaf for 20 minutes. So I will be starting them with the same amount of time and just a slightly lower temperature in the Instant Pot. So the timer has gone off on the Instant Pot loaf, and I'm just going to take it out and see how it looks. And the top looks nice and brown, and I'm just gonna kind of check it out and noticing that the bottom is not cooked all the way. It is still pretty raw underneath. So the heat is only coming from the top, no matter what setting I use with the air fryer lid. So I'm just gonna flip it over and I'm gonna put it in for another 20 minutes, kind of similar to what I do with my oven loaves. Take the lid off and do another 20 minutes on that one as well. So after 20 minutes with it flipped on the other side, I'm going to remove it and see how it looks. Be very careful when pulling it out of the Instant Pot because the side of the Instant Pot can be very, very hot, and I've burnt myself many times on that. But the bread looks really nice. It feels like it's fully cooked, so I'm gonna let it cool. My oven loaf has finished as well, and it looks beautiful. Looks much nicer than the Instant Pot loaf, but it also warmed up my house quite a bit. So we will let them cool and then compare them both. You can see the Instant Pot crust is definitely not as beautiful, but it is fully cooked and okay shaped. So let's cut into them and see how it looks. The inside actually looks really, really nice, and it smells very, very good. So I am excited to give this a try. I am very impressed with the results of how well the Instant Pot was able to cook this loaf of bread. It rose, it smells really nice, and it tastes delicious. So despite the exterior look, if you are just looking for a delicious loaf of bread on a hot day, I would definitely recommend go ahead and use your Instant Pot with the air fryer lid. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.